Welcome to this video on Python's built-in data types. We will cover the different types available and how to work with them in your code, from beginner to intermediate levels. Data types classify the kind of information a variable holds, such as text, numbers, or collections. Python is dynamically typed, meaning you don't need to explicitly declare a variable's type. The interpreter determines the type at runtime based on the assigned value. You can always check a variable's type using the built-in type function. Data types are crucial because different operations apply to different types. For instance, you can't directly add a number to a string. Choosing the correct type defines available methods, prevents bugs, improves performance, and makes your code more readable. Python includes several core data type categories. These include text with the str type, numeric types like int and float, sequence types such as list and tuple, the dict mapping type, and set and bool types, among others. Let's see how to use the type function. Here we define 4 variables, each holding a different type of data: a string, an integer, a float, and a Boolean. When we run this script, Python correctly identifies each variable as str, int, float, and bool. Starting with numeric types, the int type represents whole numbers, positive or negative, without decimals. Here we define several integer variables, including age, balance, and a year. Running the code prints the value 25 and confirms the type as int. Next, the float type handles numbers with a decimal point, used for precision. Examples include a product price, body temperature, and a discount rate. The output confirms the value 19.99 and shows the type as float. The str type is for text data, enclosed in single or double quotes. Strings support concatenation, as shown with the "" variable, and functions like "len" to get their length. The output displays the concatenated string, confirms the type as str, and returns a length of 13. Boolean bool types represent logical values, true or false. These are essential for control flow. They can be set directly or returned from comparison operations, like checking if a score has passed a threshold. The output prints the Boolean values and confirms the final variable's type as bool. Finally, the list type is an ordered, changeable collection that allows duplicate members. You can modify lists using methods like append to add new elements. Running the list example prints the list contents, identifies its type as list, and returns the length as 4. The tuple type is similar to a list, as it is an ordered collection, but it is immutable, meaning it cannot be changed after creation. Tuples are commonly used for fixed collections, like RGB color values or geographic coordinates. The output confirms the values are maintained and the type is tuple. The dict or dictionary type is a mapping of unique keys to values, ideal for fast lookup. Dictionaries are ordered and mutable, storing data structures like a user profile with fields such as username, age, and is_admin. Executing the script prints the username value extracted by its key and confirms the variable type is dict. The set type is an unordered collection that only stores unique items, automatically removing duplicates. Here, a set of tags is defined, where Python is deliberately repeated. When printed, the duplicate Python is removed, confirming the set only contains unique elements and the length is 3. Finally, none type represents the absence of a value. It is often used to initialize variables where no value is assigned yet, or to signify a search operation that returned no result. The output confirms the if condition is met, printing the message and confirming the variable's type as none type. Type conversion or casting is necessary to change a value from one data type to another. We use built-in functions like int, float, and str to perform these conversions, as seen with converting a string price into numeric types and back. Running the conversion script shows how the data is transformed across int, float, and str types, with each type confirmed by the type function. A common mistake is trying to mix types without conversion, which typically results in a type error. To fix this, you must explicitly convert the number to a string using str, or use a modern f string for cleaner formatting. The corrected code successfully concatenates the integer age with the strings, printing the final message twice, once using str and once using an f string. To summarize, we covered numeric, text, Boolean, and collection types, including lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets. Remember to use type to inspect and casting functions for conversion between types. Thank you for watching this video. Up next, we'll dive deeper into strings, covering methods, slicing, and formatting.